Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Chase Reeves and this is the Tortuga Outbreaker Laptop Bag. Perfect little bag for minimal travel because it fits under the seat in front of you. Lots of organization and external access, including a water bottle pocket on the outside here, but you got a bottom pocket that has some dimension. I'm gonna show you all the nooks and crannies of this bag and talk about if it's the right kind of bag for you. It's 27 liters, okay, which to me is the perfect amount for like, for a 1 to 2 day travel. Maybe if you're a pro minimal traveler, this can get you a lot further than that. But it's not so big that you can't do your everyday carry stuff in it. I can carry this thing around on my back when it's not all filled up with clothes and stuff like that, and it doesn't look too obscenely large. And I've got all this great tech organization, so I can have all the tech items that I need during the day, all of the things that I need, work, play, whatever, however you're using it. I've got that all organized in the bag, whether I'm traveling or it's my daily carry. It is damn comfortable, and it is damn robust, okay? Comfortable. You've got these huge padded straps and this back panel here. Can you see this? They're very cushy back here, okay? The straps themselves, and then this is Tortuga style. These huge, burly, chunky back padded things, which can feel like a little bit overkill on a bag maybe of this size. But if you have it super loaded up with a bunch of stuff, you're gonna be glad for the like, you know, the cushiness. But then the durability. We're using an X-Pack, a sailcloth material here that is super robust. You can put this through a bunch of dirt. You can get it, drag it through stuff, and this is a very high performance external material, so the dirt's gonna slough right off. It's very abrasion resistant, super durable. And then all the zips have this water seal all along it, okay? You've got everything is water sealed. In our zips, we have these nice little plasticky, metally little flitlet. Right here you have two compartments that come together, so there can be a lot of zips in one of those corners. There is a lot of pocketing on this bag, okay? Front, bottom pocket, which actually has some dimension to it. You can fit bulkier items in here surprisingly well. Front face pocket, which has a nice little size, like about the size of your hand. Perfect size for your cannabis oil and your ear pods. This front admin panel pocket has tons of organization inside, including a tablet sleeve, which has some nice fluffy, there's some like fluffy stuff. See this like fluffy stuff in here? It's like fleece, it feels so nice. Then organization panel here, lots of little spots. What are you doing, business cards? What do you put in here, fucking gum? What do you got, pens? Can you put pens places? On the other side, you have a mesh zippered thing that's actually quite large. You can fit a lot of good stuff in there. And then the panel itself is actually quite big. You can put your Bluetooth headphones just in here if you wanted. And then a little zippered guy on the very back here, which I didn't say earlier, but it's zippered. Great for those cables that you like always wanna have, but you don't want them in the way. Got a nice little water bottle pocket right here. I'll be honest, it's kinda nice. It zips away, but I find that when it's, where it zips, expansion zips, right? But I find that when the bag is not packed out, I don't need to unzip it. But I can, you know, I can zip it, unzip it out if I need to, when the bag's totally packed out, and that gives me the ability to have my water bottle, you know, dangling on the outside a bit. Water bottle pockets are always cutting into bags' capacities, right? So I'm glad that they got smart about making it so that even if the bag's totally packed out, it doesn't make this too tight to get into. And look at how deep that goes. It puts the butt to sleep. Inside the main capacity of the bag, there's plenty of room for my big Peak Design packing cube, which is my preferred that I go with all the time, just because it's one of the nicer packing cubes. You know, it's like, nice packing cube is a little bit of a, like an oxymoron in some ways. I mean, you don't need anything fancy. What a lot of people use are those Sea to Summit, like stuff bags. I prefer a flat packing cube because I like to, you know, I roll up my shirts or my shorts. I put some shirts in there flat. It just gives me a little more, you know, modern use. But I constantly use that Peak Designs packing cube in my videos so people can have a sense of, you know, the size from one bag to the next. And this fits perfectly with that Peak Design packing cube, maybe a DOP kit, a tech kit. As long as you're not traveling with another pair of shoes could easily fit in here, but this is the kind of travel where you want to just have one pair of shoes, I think. Or like a very thin pair of shoes. Like if you just got a thin pair of shoes, this isn't a treatise on minimal travel. I need to do another one of those because minimally traveling is such an inspiring way to get out into the world, especially when you're doing work trips or something like that and I get to go someplace like New York that's kind of fun, but I gotta work for a bit, work and play, and this style of this bag is not maybe my favorite for, style points, but the things it enables, the durability, right? That X-Pack, the water-sealed zips, the water resistance and weather resistance, your gear's just safe. The comfort, right? It's just like burly, soft, padded, like very cushy, arguably like over cushy. And then that perfect size for minimal travel, that 27 liters, it's really nice for that. So it does a lot of stuff, even though it might not be like the sexiest looking bag. It might not win you like awards with the boss for like, hey, who is that stylish person over there? Not that that's what life's all about. Not that it's all about impressing the boss, because, maybe it's not. Unless you work for some place that you really want to get promoted in. If you work at a place you'd really like to get promoted in, say so in a comment below. Just be like, dude, I love my job. I love what my company's about. I love I want to be a part of this mission for a long time. Because if that's you, you probably got to upgrade to like a different kind, like a little more of a, I don't know, I would want to put you in like a Waterfield bag or a track bag. You got to check out the business backpacks on Matterful.co, okay? I've got a whole updated list of the business backpacks. They're all business class, business style, for your business socks. Now, one of the best things about this is just its overall size, okay? It fits under the seat in front of you. Very burly material, so you can slide it around on this. You got nice handles all over the place, so it's easy to get to. Quick and easy to put on and off, and just like that burly, comfortable. You're gonna notice that burly comfort. But that 27-liter size is just kind of dope. It's large for me for everyday carry. It's too big. Like, I like smaller, tighter ways of carry when I'm just traveling around, doing my regular everyday carry stuff. But if I was going on a business trip or a work trip and I needed a tech backpack that I could carry my stuff and like go into the office or do some stuff like that, like this would be a great option because I can fit so many clothes without having to have like a full roller bag. Right? So I've got one bag on the plane seat in front of me. I'm only flying a few hours. That's not that bad. Feet are on either side of it. On the plane, I have everything I need, my iPad, my computer, my book, whatever. I get there, I pull my packing cube out, my toiletry bag out. I put that wherever I'm staying. And then I've got everything that I need. My spare hard drive, my mouse, my keyboard, if I'm using an external keyboard, my Roost stand to get my neck up. Forward head tilt, you guys. Forward head tilt. It's just like it's slowly moving your head down over time because your head actually weighs a lot. And if your forward head tilt is going, that just means over time, it just goes down and down. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen your grandparents. Just gotta get that up and back. Our computers, our phones, this whole thing. Dude, prioritize your posture. Other bags to check out. You should check out the Bellroy Transit. That's in this same category with like great materials as well. It looks awesome. I like that bag a lot. That's on my list of hybrid travel bags. So is this one. You need to check out the list. I'm getting very pointy over here. Sorry, you don't deserve that. Check out the list over at Matterful.co that I will link to. It'll be the first link in the description below. Okay? It's my link to the hybrid travel bags. That's where I think this bag really shines, is hybrid travel or minimal travel, okay? And that Bellroy Transit bag is right on there with it, along with a lot of other bags you probably need to know about. Because the whole deal is finding a bag that you can stick with, right? So you're not constantly buying bags. I know a lot of you are like bag whores and you just like, you think that the next bag purchase is gonna solve all the problems, but you're still gonna have your shitty job and it's still gonna be hard to wake up every morning and try to be creative. That's a problem on the inside. But that doesn't mean that our bags can't actually solve some real problems that we have in our lives for us, okay? They're a tool. And sometimes the tools we use shape us. That's what Marshall McLuhan says. And I just know the satisfaction of having a bag that fits you. That's like the right bag for you. It's a great feeling, you know? So I want you to have all the information on all the different bags. That's why I made Matterful the way that I did, so you can quickly go through, look at the different, bags that are available in that category, get a sense for which one's gonna fit you best by looks, by size, by price. There's video reviews on just about all of them. So click that link, and while you're there, get on the email list because we do free giveaways of gear. I don't know when the next one's gonna be. Probably when we pass 100,000 subs. But it's coming. I love how burly this thing is. Just meaning you could go outside, I almost put outdoorsy. I almost put in the outdoorsy category on my site. It doesn't look outdoorsy at all. But if you take this out into the woods, first of all, you got a pretty comfortable, back panel or whatever. But you could just place this on anything. You take this to a park, you just drag it through the sand or whatever. It just performs really well in those outdoor environments, which I actually live in. I love being outdoors. I'm not a huge fan of this just straight up boxy design. Personally, it's a little bit it's almost normcore to me in some ways. It's almost satire, it's almost silly, but it's exactly what we're hiring this bag to do, is just carry shit on our back for us, be durable, be water resistant and weather resistant, be organized, help me know where my shit is, help me get the important stuff on the outside of the bag and the less important stuff that I still need, but I want it to be organized inside the bag. Tons of that here. On the main compartment, you can see these two things right here. Great example of that. On the quote, TSA approved laptop compartment, which is back here, you can see there's even more. Zipper, 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 all with mesh so you can see inside and see where your stuff is. All of them have a little bit of dimension built in. I don't personally have that many needs, for organization. I typically have a tech pouch and then my external access is here, plus the water bottle. This gives me those two external access, not a quick access up top, which I actually prefer. I actually like this. I prefer this most of the time because the quick access pockets on the top, they can get kind of folded in with other panels and things that are going on. It can feel a little funky. It's just good for maybe your AirPods, little earbuds. Whereas this, I could go glasses in here, AirPods in here. I could do a couple different things, a few different things, and I can feel it by my hands. I know when I found my 1-to-1 CBD THC oil. Which, by the way, this is my favorite way to dose cannabis. You really can get, I'm gonna go for 50 milliliters right here. I like that oil. It's a good way to get a little bit of that CBD. Also, they make 18-to-1 CBD THC. They also make just straight CBD oil. I'll link to my favorite CBD oil below. I can't link to my favorite 1-to-1 because you got to just go into a dispensary and find that stuff. I wish I could, because I'd like to be selling you marijuana. Of course, enjoy responsibly, That's what so much of life is about, is learning how to be responsible with the ways you enjoy being inebriated. Which is kind of what travel does for a lot of us. I mean, travel, you can really knock the barnacles off of your prefrontal cortex. You can go and you can get your daily rut sort of excavated somewhere else. And then you come back home and your regular life you get to experience from the outside, at least for a little bit up front. And in that time, you have this moment, this delta between where you are and where you're going, that you might be able to just spot some quick little shift that stays shifted. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if it does, make it known in the comments. Holler back at your boy. Okay, so do go check out matterful.co. Check out the other list of bags like this, but I like this bag from Tortuga, the Outbreaker Laptop Backpack. They're making good bags. Not my preferred sort of style, I think, but in terms of getting a product that does all the things you need it to do when you need that digital nomad life, which I think is I know Fred over there, he's a bit of a digital nomad. I know some of the people over there, I think they have a digital nomad sort of value at the core of that company, Tortuga I'm talking about. And they kind of crush designing products for that market. And I've been Chase Wardman-Reeves. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're interested in more products reviews. Let's get into conversations. Make a comment below on any products you want me to review or any questions you want to get into. And like always, I have put on the YouTube membership thing now. You can join YouTube membership. You can join that. And there's just some content back behind there. And then also on Patreon. So I'm getting the same content for both of those. 'Cause I started with Patreon, and we've got a lot of patrons, actually. And I want to grow that. If you like supporting the channel here, jump over at Patreon. And then, you know, there you can always send me messages. Here in the YouTube, you get like a special little banner when you comment and shit like that. I want to customize that over time. Little business papers, man, action. And other than that, you can see I'm just surrounded by, like, this is all messenger bags. I've got a messenger bag video coming. Behind me on the floor, these are all duffel bags. I got a video on duffel bags coming. This is my favorite chair of all time. I got a video on that and a standing desk coming. You know, chairs. Oh my God, I just love gear that like costs, like, it costs a little bit of money. It's like $300 for this thing, but it's like, there's nothing that breaks in it ever. And it's just the best way to sit. And anyways, that's not what this video is about. I just have trouble ending videos. You know, that's just the moment you and I are in together. Let's see if I can slowly sort of have this moment with you where you and I are realizing our time is coming to a close and it's time for you to move on with whatever you're doing today or tonight or whatever. And it's just you. It's you and those dark spots in the sky at night. The ones we don't understand. The space between us and everything else out there that's so vast and so grand. And yet, there's things that happen, like this one star, we're wondering, Betelgeuse, looks like maybe Betelgeuse like went supernova at some point, and we didn't know, and it would have happened in the past, and now the stars slowly change over time, but for the most part, all of our ancestors looked up in the fucking sky and saw exactly what we're looking at today, right? So your life, like, matters very little in those, like, no matter what you do, Saturn's going to be on the orbit that Saturn's on. No matter what you do, the sun is going to be just holding this whole solar system together. No matter what you do, you're going to wake up in the morning and there's going to be some headline about whatever's going on in the fucking White House or in the world or what we should be afraid of or what we should be excited about or whatever. Most of the time it's just what we should be afraid of. But as far as the music of the spheres is concerned, our lives are very small, and there's something that's actually kind of valuable in that, because you can enjoy yourself, because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't really matter. Don't hurt people, you know? What Ram Dass's guru always said was, you know, tell the truth and love everybody. That's pretty simple. I simplify it to love the truth. That, if you can love the truth, like love, that's an emotion, that's a feeling, that's a bigness, it's an openness. There's an openness in love, right? There's also some confidence and there's some certainty and there's a spine in love, right? But there's an openness in love. And then there's the truth. Love the truth. Whatever's true about you, you have the capacity to deceive yourself, right? What are you doing? You dry in this bag because you want to go off and travel, like that's going to solve your problems? It very well may. Just get out of your normal ruts, get out, go. That could solve some of your problems. Or you could come right back home to those same problems. Or you can find those same problems where you move to. They go with you. Our lives are short in comparison to the solar system that our planet is in, the galaxy that our solar system is in. Our lives are short, but there's so much we can actually fit in if we want to, right? If you can just find childlikeness, you can push through if you can push through the cynicism, right? Find a little childlikeness, find a little joy, find a little excitement, find a little enthusiasm, find whatever it is that turns you on like that. And it's funny I say turns you on right there, because I think one of the reasons why we suppress that so much is partly because, like, sexually we're all very repressed, because our culture's very repressed, because civilization has kind of had to repress itself because we're fucking monkeys and we have these animal instincts, these subconscious pulses that we can't seem to necessarily control, right? The advice is ride the horse in the direction that it's going. And I like travel. I like thinking about life. I like meditation. I like cannabis for personal exploration because it helps me understand a little bit more about what direction my horse is already going in. The meditators talk about the elephant and the rider. Like, the subconscious is like the elephant. You're the rider. Your conscious mind's the rider. You think you have all the tools and you make all the decisions, but really it's this huge, hulking, gorgeous beast that has this incredible amount of capability and capacity that you're sitting on. That's just, I don't know if you ever sat on an elephant, but when an elephant moves, like, there's no stopping it. Like, it doesn't matter how heavy you are, you just like, that thing just fucking goes because it's powerful. Elephants are powerful. Your subconscious is powerful. Ride the horse in the direction that it is going. Apparently, that's how I'm ending this video. See you guys later. Bye-bye.